Okay, hi there students. Here we go, my answers to your comments. So I think we start here with Sheed. Yeah, because I think this last one was with Akshat about to drum out. Yeah. Most of parents militate in favour of a good education for their children. So, most parents, yeah, most of the parents in the school. Okay, if you want to use this of, you need something else. Most of the people in the park, most of the items in the shop, but most items are, okay, so you need to add more with that of. They usually assist in taking part in, to take part in their offspring's evolution, such as reassuring them when they encounter difficulties. Okay, fine. So, Zara, her poor connections with politic person was militated against her success in finding a job there. So, her poor connections with politic person, with political people, and then without the was, so militated against her success. Militated against her success is fine without the was. I would say her poor political connections militated against her success in finding a job there. Okay, and Hunter Huit. Okay, can you please explain the word nana? Okay, and Static Blaster answers, it's a childish taunt to make fun of someone. Okay, Hunter. Nene, 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 nene. Okay, this is something children usually do, and I guess you could have this as a verb, to nene. The kids were neneing the teacher. Nene, nene, nene. You can't catch me, na 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 na. And this is the idea of it, okay? Yeah, it's trying to say to someone, you can't get this, you can't do it, you're not as good as me, you're not as good as you say you are. And that's the idea of na na, okay? So, let's try the next one, polyglot. Mindfulness meditation helps me conquer my fears and palliate my anxiety. Yeah. Mindfulness meditation. Yeah, mindfulness meditation. That works fine, polyglot, thank you. And Zara. His manner, the way that he looks, straitjackets me. I would probably say into doing anything. Yeah? Okay, his manner, the way he looks, straitjackets me into doing anything. Okay, and Olena, his lack of confidence militates against his career progression. Good English. So, Zara, we got to a trove of ideas for research works. So, what's this to? I think we've got a trove of ideas for research, and more normally I would use work uncountable. So we've got a trove of ideas for research work. And Jerem. My dictionary says militate is used mostly with against and only rarely with for. To militate against common, to militate for, in favour of rare. Trump's legal problems will militate against him running for office in 2024. An invasion of Ukraine will militate against peace and prosperity in the region, and possibly in other regions as well. Honesty militates for being held as trustworthy. Thanks for these examples. That's great, Jerem. And another one from Jerem. The patient was put in a straitjacket. Literal meaning. Ad hominem attacks on social media, straitjacket, free speech, figurative meaning. Okay, an ad hominem attack is where you criticize somebody, you say this person's a really bad person, so you can't believe what they say. Yeah, their bad character means that what they say isn't right. Okay, thanks for pointing out the spelling of straight, not straight. Straight means narrow. Straight means in a line. Yes, the Straits of Hormuz were as a straight line. Static blaster. Perhaps an extraterrestrial invasion, or much worse, a panic with an R0 value or R0 value of 10 would militate against human stupidity and the politicization of masks. Okay, yeah, this is a great piece of writing, Static Blaster. And yes, people are definitely politicizing the wearing of masks. Notice this R0 value. This is to do with the how dangerous something is, how rapidly a virus infects people. Yeah, so something is very infectious. It has a high R0 value, and 10 would be a very high one. Okay, and Sherwin. Wait a second. Okay, so it's longer than I thought. A person's a person's menial job can militate in favour of a person finding a better job, which may turn into a lifelong career. Okay, that's fine. That's good English. I also agree with you. If you have a job, it doesn't matter what the job is. It's easier to get another job. And then Sherwin says, nobody gets financial freedom from a 9 to 5. Investments, perhaps. And then Static says, a better job means more money, which means more taxes. Sure, but also more money can mean more summer vacations. Life guarantees, death and taxes, lol. And then Static Blaster says, yep. Okay, Rizgar. The old conventional straitjacket as usual. Good English, Rizgar. And Static Blaster. Any hostility would militate against ETs, the extraterrestrials, connection with a Tellurian, an alien, so that he could make contact with his family in order to return home. Yeah, that sounds fine. And Mikhail. People are this with me when they decide to talk to me something. Okay, condescending or patronizing. So people are like this when they decide to talk to me about something. Thank you, Mikhail. And Ossie Tal watching Militate. Thanks for watching, Ossie. Okay, and take W. If you can't militate, you mitigate. That's very good. I like it. I like the both of these beginning with mit. Yeah, mitigate, militate, mitigate. That's quite good. And Azure. Wow, now this is English, true English of my kind of English. Oh yes. Let the resurgence of our beautiful English language begin. I love you, sir. Well said, very definitely. Yeah, we should be looking for more interesting words, not the same old boring ones. And Azure again. As an Anglophile, my affinity for the English language is inexorable. A great example of inexorable. Mohammed. Due to the dusts that piled up on the table, it was so hard to budge it. Okay? It was so stiff I couldn't budge it. Notice as well, Mohammed, dusts. Dust is uncountable. Sit tight, don't budge. I'll be back lickety split in a flash. Okay, I quite like this. Maybe this lickety split sounds a bit American, but it's fine. Good English. And live. Hi there, live. Okay, you've changed this, yeah. The age when a child plays around and develops mentally was when his independence was not straitjacketed by his strict parents. Yes, that sounds much better, live. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Mohammed. I listened to this. This is the one with the Arab National Orchestra and that wonderful singer who starts about halfway through. That was really nice. Thank you. Okay, Mohammed. Kind of feel like it has something to do with aggrating oneself with something to comport. aggrating, aggravating. I'm not sure what you mean by aggrating. By putting yourself into something. Okay. Mohammed Omar. My great teacher, how wonderful. I dedicate this song to you. It's about 62 years old by Kulthum, with the voice of the singer Mai Farouk in 2020. And if your time permits to hear it, then listen to it and comment on it in your distinguished English language. It was a lovely song. Yeah, I was actually quite surprised when the singer kicked in, because there was a really long introduction before she did. It was a very lovely piece. The other thing I actually really liked was the conductor. He was so full of energy, jumping up and down, and I think Western conductors are much more boring in that. He was also getting the conducting the crowd to clap as well. Militate with gives the same meaning, through which, though which is a way to likely reduce something in quality. To militate with. I think normally, as Jerem said, to militate against something. You could militate for it as well. Okay, indie. He was an indie person. Yeah, he was an alternative person, definitely. And Ginty. Ever since, I think this should be 2 words, he has changed his field of specialisation. His career is on the up and up. Good English. His kith and kin are some deal envious. Okay, you can use that. This is a bit unusual. I would say somewhat envious, as he's progressing in his career from strength to strength. I like that, strength to strength, as a synonym for on the up and up. La Russie Tui. I have just stumbled upon your channel. I find it of great value. Greetings from Morocco. So, thanks and welcome, very definitely. And La Russie again. The Prime Minister's recent comments on immigrants will militate against his hopes of winning another term in the office. Yeah, I think I might say in office, but in the office is not wrong. Thank you very much, La Russie. And La Russie, can fastidious and perfectionist be used interchangeably? Well, I think a perfectionist is definitely fastidious to a fault. Yeah? Notice, a perfectionist is a person. He has a perfectionist attitude. I guess you could use it as an adjective as well. I would say so. Yeah, he has a perfectionist attitude. He has a fastidious attitude, not perfidious. And Ginty, there are organisations aplenty. Anant welfare of indigenous people that purport to raise their voice for the indigenous people's rights and interests. In sooth, they do not seem to put their money where their mouth is. This steadfastness delinquents over time as they yield to venality. They definitely know which side their bread is buttered on. Okay. There are organisations aplenty. Anant. Ardent. Yes. Okay, this word's very unusual. Welfare of indigenous people that purport to raise their voice for indigenous people's rights and interests. In sooth, this is very literary and very old-fashioned. It's a bit unusual here. They do not seem to put their money where their mouth is. Their steadfastness, I would say their steadfast delinquents over time. Their steadfastness, their steadfastness delinquesces over time as they yield to venality. Okay, delinquess as a verb. So their steadfastness delinquesces unusual again, as over time as they yield to veniality. They definitely know which side their bread is buttered on. Yeah, they've got jobs, and that's the only thing they're worried about. Okay, militate, the empire. This is Zubar. Most of the Goonies want to militate in our country in order that they can loot valuable things. Yeah, I like the way you call them Goonies. Yeah, most of the politicians, most of the greedy. So thank you, Zubair from Bangladesh. And Avinash, thanks. Thanks for watching Keeping Up with the Joneses, a great expression. Navin, your nice videos militated my interest in English vocabulary. That's very good. Okay, Deepti. Hi there, Deepti. Mendacity to myself has become my own worst enemy. I've missed so many lessons that will take a substantial amount of time to complete. There's no worry, Deepti. I'm here when you need me. It's good to have you back. Yeah, I missed you. And Deepti, we can't change the demeanour of anyone, but we can work on ourselves to change what we want to change in others. Don't try and change the world, change yourself. The only person that you can change is yourself. Yeah? You don't have the right to tell others how they should be. That's lovely. Giliola. Military service was once compulsory in my country. However, since Italy is a country with little armament, it would be militating to have a large army. Thanks. Yeah, I guess you could use militating like that. Yeah, I'm glad military service has disappeared in almost all European countries. Okay, the answer is style, very definitely Jai. And Akshat, I don't think there's anything wrong with protests in a country as democratic as mine. A protest ensures a healthy democracy. I love the fact that people who have disappointments with the administration, I would probably say who are disappointed with the administration, dish them out by carrying out protests. I've never been part of any such protests, but I would love to be. There are a cornucopia of things which I would live to protest against and express my exasperation with the administration or fellow citizens. One such thing is the poor conditions of public areas in my country. Some people throw away garbage on the street and parks, on streets and in parks, thereby making them dirty. They spit on roads, and if asked not to do that, they start arguing and justifying their actions. What is exasperating is some people throw things away on grounds, even though there are trashes around. So throw things away on the ground, even though there are trash bins, rubbish bins around. If there is any protest against disposal of garbage in public areas playing out around my place. Okay, so if there's any protest against disposal of garbage in public areas playing out, no, happening, taking place around my area, I'm going to have some time off my everyday life and participate in it. Yes, I also think, though, that in many countries they need more garbage disposal as well. Okay, so yes, I certainly agree with you, though. So, I do not feel creative. Which of the following uses of whom? I usually just check which form of a third person pronoun would work in the same place in the sentence, e.g. she for who and her for whom. Exactly, that works perfectly. I don't know if it's always correct though. Yes, it's definitely correct. If the answer is her, him, us, then whom is okay. If the answer is she, he, we, then it's not. Also, I love this. I never came across a YouTube poll that I even liked. They're usually just nothing special. But this one's educational. Such a great idea. Thank you, I do not feel creative. Roland Simon, wow. The protagonist is William Beach, who is being displaced from London to a tiny village called Little Weirwood prior to the outbreak of the Second World War. Fine. Tom Oakley, Mr. Tom, takes William under his wings, I would say under his wing, and their friendship gives the little boy a new lease of life. William experiences the ebbs and flows of life. Many people make attempts to sway him in a certain direction. While his mother was trying to indoctrinate him with her superstitious idea in his early years of life, the elderly man begins to teach him about the world. As Tom enlightens William, the boy comes to quench his thirst for more knowledge. Although he finds the bucolic countryside an odd place, an oddly strange place, an odd place at first, he gradually ensconces himself in his new environment. Eventually, the close-knit society militates against him, moving back to his abusive mother. Yeah, that's great. Well done, Roland. Okay. Danaval. I don't want to spend money lavishly, and by the same token, I don't want to be frugal either. No, that's perfectly good, Danaval. Well done. Good work. By the same token, it works fine. And Patricia says, square up, another great video. Thank you. And Baharadwaj. The print media did a hatchet job on Lukaku after his abject display last week. Good English, no corrections. The pundits did a hatchet job on the new coach. Good morning, Fran. Great to see you. Okay, and this is Sherwin. I'm glad they edited the hatchet decision on our severance. I conquered the hatchet manager who had his aim at me. I would probably say who was aiming at me, had his eye on me. So Manji says, good luck, Sherwin. And Sherwin says, thank you, Manjira. I'm in good hands. Yeah, it's all going to work out great, Sherwin. You see. Akshat. The biopic of the politician was a hatchet job on the opposition. Okay? Roland, the unscrupulous journalist, did a hatchet job as he tried to find out the ins and outs of the latest political scandal. Good English, Roland. Natalia Morozova, the student's lack of experience militates against solving this problem. The vast experience of rescuers militated in favour of the successful outcome of the operation. Okay, good work. Just this question of the word the. So many of you have problems with a, an and the. It can be a really difficult thing. And Akshat, the cousin of the famous actress, had been up to her hatchet job. I would say again. Yeah? The cousin of the famous actress had been up to a hatchet job, up to her hatchet jobs again. Okay, Akshat. The journalist who did a hatchet job on celebrities and wrote up some mendacious news about them was drummed out. Good with your drummed out. Well done. Hello, sir. Hello, Akshat. Great to see you. And Mehdi Delishad. It's a very useful word. Thanks. Stuff. Stuff is an incredibly useful word. Yeah, you can use it in all sorts of places. And, okay, this is the wrong picture, but the answer is main, the right idea. This is one of YouTube's faults. They very often put the wrong picture with the quiz in the comments section. So, escapism. Do explain headcanon. Okay, this is actually quite a good word. A headcanon is your image of something, how you see it in your mind. They particularly use this for things that are a fantasy or a story or something like that. So the story maybe says that he is a police officer, but your headcanon is that he's actually a private investigator. So it's the image or the idea that you carry in your mind. Yeah, it's how you view something, how you think about it. Yeah, this is particularly common in cartoon series, or for cartoon series or video games or things like that, where you have a headcanon. It's your own personal way of interpreting the situation, yeah, or interpreting somebody's position or their role. And that's the idea of a headcanon. Okay, Akshat. She grew up being taught good values, and now she ignores those who do a hatchet job on her. Good English, Akshat. So, militate, to spot, to promote, yeah, to increase the possibility of. Okay, accretion. Write correct. So, write correctly. Read properly. Explain simply. Say clearly. Yes, but notice, correctly, properly. These are verbs, you need adverbs, like simply and clearly. Okay, and balance is the correct one for this. First correct answer to Cheyenne. And balance for sniper shot 70, correct as well. So, Fran, hi there. Nice video, facetious. Nice video, it could mean sarcastic as well. Yeah, very definitely. I was being facetious, I was being sarcastic. Balance for Dommy, well done Dommy. So, Patricia, they've done a hatchet job again on the comments. They vanished several times in quick succession. I think you've got more of these. Yeah, they've done a hatchet job again on the comments. Several in quick succession. Trial again, hatchet job in succession. Okay, it's so frustrating when that happens. Also, normally, you write a long comment and it disappears, and you say, right, I'm going to copy these, and you start copying them, and nothing happens for a week. And then you start to get a bit blasé and say, okay, it's not going to happen. And you forget to copy and paste it, and wham, it's disappeared again. I understand. Okay, Sean. Chinese netizens, known as little pinks, are well known for terrorizing the comment section with scathing remarks against commentators with negative comments about China. China has an awful lot of good things going for it. And Patricia Saldahana, you cannot but adore this child prodigy. He's a brilliant pianist. He recently played Bach with an injured pinky finger. God bless his little soul. And he's quite normal. He loves playing football too. Notice, I would always say with an injured little finger. Pinky is American. It's perfectly valid. And I like this idea that he's also normal. He's not just some weird person. Okay, causative verbs. You have to get it done by the end of the week. This is very good. Could we possibly have more of these, dear Alex, as they come in very handy in essays, etc. I'm just going to run through them for a second here and now. So, to get something done. I got my car repaired. I got the sofa recovered. Okay, so get something plus a past participle. Notice, to get someone to do something. I got the mechanic to repair the car, but I got the car repaired. I got the painter to repaint the room. Okay, so different structures. I had the car repaired. Same structure with had. I had the system installed. Now, I had somebody install the system. The infinitive without to. I had the mechanic repair. I got the mechanic to repair. I got the car repaired. I had the car repaired. Yeah, these are different structures and these are really quite important. Okay, so double Anderson, spurious. Now I get this. Yeah, a totally spurious piece of text. Okay, and Patricia, Balance. I liked all the sentences in the list, and the one I thought was funniest, she was weighed in the balance and found wanting. Balance. And balance says Svetlana as well. Okay, there are often snarl-ups, no E, with the comments section, as in the hatchet job of this morning. Yeah, they're doing a hatchet job on your comments. Acquiesce. Thanks for watching, Maria Mikkonen. And Krupu. Wow, superb explanation. Tumult. Yeah, there was tumult when the news was announced. Luke Short, well done. So I'm glad you liked scumbag. Thank you. A very unpleasant person, a scumbag. Manji, hi there. The ending of The Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin transfixed me, where Mrs. Mallard, a heart patient, endured the appalling news of her husband's death, but died instantly on seeing him returning home, hale and hearty, an hour later. The doctor diagnosed it as heart failure out of ecstasy. The doctor was wrong, wasn't he? I think it was just out of shock, out of surprise. Okay, that's good English, Manji. Akshat, hello, sir. Are these three the same? We respect each other's opinions. I respect his opinion and he mine. I respect his opinions and so does he mine. Okay, I respect his opinion and so does he mine. And so does he mine. I'm not very happy. And so does he. And I'm not happy with this last one. He respects my opinion. I respect his opinion. And so is he respectful of mine. So does he mine. This might work, but I'm not very happy with it. It's not very clear. I respect his opinion, and so is he. So is he. Yeah, I am respectful of his opinion, and so is he of mine. I'm respectful of his opinions, and so is he of mine. I'm not very happy with it. It's much better using the other two. Okay, and Patricia, here we go. So, this propose and proposition. Another reason for this distinction between propose and proposition is this. True story. A long time ago in Bombay, I was returning home from university. It must have been 9ish p.m. I was at the bus stop and this guy had been scrutinising me, very discreetly though, for a good 10 minutes. We were separated by a reasonable distance, and though his look was not lascivious, sexual, I was beginning to feel a bit uncomfortable. I suspected he was sizing me up, and then he walked towards me and said, "Can we talk?" I didn't know what to do or say, so I said, "What about?" That was that. He felt the discussion was closed. He didn't ask for my number. I have to add that in this area of the university, there are P's, prowlers, pederasts, perverts, on the prowl for prey. But the chick doesn't look like them, the chicks don't look like them, like Monique in The Night of the Generals, but very high-end, very elite geisha girl, if you like. Could he have been making some kind of proposition? Well, he definitely didn't proposition you directly. It doesn't matter now. I got home safe and sound, and he hadn't butchered me. Actually, he seemed quite a gentleman. I get this tone of regret that you didn't just say yes to him. In life, we need to make decisions and take risks. So, Patricia, Litotes. He may not look like a picture, but he's had lead role in many movies and has been an inspiration in several scenarios. Yeah, I would normally say scenarios. That's really very good. Well done, Patricia. And, okay, Manji. Sherlock Holmes and his nemesis Moriarty were fighting on the edge of a precipice and ended up plummeting down into a deep chasm. Okay, that's really good English. That's funny, I've been doing this word chasm this week. A chasm, there's two cliffs and a great big drop in between. Okay, and yes, a little bit more. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, yeah. So, just this one from Manji. Problems hardly come alone in life. Life is besieged with them. Yeah, that works very nicely. Yeah, hardly do problems come alone in life. Notice if you put it at the beginning, you need an inversion. But with problems hardly come alone, then you don't. So that's it for this morning. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.